Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. What is up? The Quarantine Concert Series, baby. I'm your host, Kabir Segal. This is a very special edition. We're turning 60. We're turning 60. Yeah. Happy birthday. Our 60th show is Feliz Cumpleaños. Woohoo. We did it 60 in a row. 60. I mean, man, like our lives are going fast here. So I want to wish a very happy anniversary to my friends Sandra and Camilo. We're all juntos together in the 60th party. So we've been at it. We have been at it. So what's going down? You know, this is the Quarantine Concert Series. All the gigs have gone away. I got so many emails. You know, we're living in this quarantine. We're living in this period of just pandemic. And even though parts of the world are reopening, the gigs are all gone away. So, I mean, do you want to be the first person going into a concert hall or in an airplane? I think it's going to be quite a while before the show comes back. So Carnegie Hall has canceled gigs into next year. So this is an effort to put the spotlight back on the musicians, back on the artists, back on the virtuos, back on the maestros who inspire us with their artistry, their vividness, their vitality. It's really important to support people in the creative world because throughout the year, every year, they're giving us their mind, body, and soul and lifting our spirits. So now is the time to connect with them, to connect with our friends. If you know an artist, listen to their music, buy their merchandise. You know, there's always been a link between patrons and artists. So, donate, whatever you can do. And it's not just the artists. There's so many people in the creative world. It's the producers, engineers, managers, bookers, anyone in live events is having a difficult time. So I think we need to be there juntos together. And this is show number 60, as I said, and we're going to keep this going until the cows come home. Until the cows come home. Don't know when that's going to be, but watch out for the cows, okay? Because when they come home, we won't be home anymore. We'll be out, okay? When the cows come home, we leave our home. Got it? All right, cool. So now, thanks to All About Jazz. Our partners, Michael Ritchie, started this website in 1995, a comprehensive resource on jazz music. If you're an artist, go and make an artist page. If you're a patron, go make a donation. All About Jazz is chronicling. They're chronicling all the wonderful journalism, and they're chronicling how the pandemic is affecting the jazz community. We're losing so many incredible artists. It's really unfortunate and it's tragic. So our heart goes out to all the families and our condolences, and you'll be able to read about the amazing lives that these musicians have led. The Ellis Marcellos, Lee Konitz, so many more on All About Jazz. All right, one more thing. We are starting a quarantine film series. So in the mornings, during the week at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, New York time, I'm hosting conversations with filmmakers. These are people who spent years making films, and all the film festivals are canceled. South by Southwest was canceled. Tribeca Film Festival was canceled. So these are films that have been accepted into top film festivals. And we talk with the filmmakers to learn about their projects. This one, for example, Frank Licari made a film about Jose Feliciano, the wonderful guitar player who wrote the song Feliz Navidad, right? So we just learned about the stories, and next week we have a few interviews lined up. So to answer what's going through your mind, no, I do not have a life, right? So we host these at night and we host them in the morning. We're always hosting shows. So please tune in whenever you can. We're trying to bring in good content for you. All right, next up, the word of the day. Our guest today, his first name begins with an H. So we're going to do a word in his honor that starts with an H. The word of today is actually the name of one of the tracks on one of his recent albums with Paquito de Rivera, Habanera, a Cuban dance that came to Spain in the mid-19th century, named after Havana. The most famous habanero was written by Sebastian Radier and used by Georges Bizet in his opera Carmen. So, habanera, that is the word of the day. All right. So there will be a pop quiz at the end of the show. If you tell us what the word of the day is, in the comments, we will give you some recognition. You will get a trophy presented to you by a puppy. That's right. You will get a trophy presented by a puppy. You know you want that. You know you want that. Habanera. All right, moving on. Where can you find us? You can find us on the Facebook. You can find us on the Twitter. You can find us on the very delicious Instagram cracker. Where yes, I am the Tiger King occasionally. Tiger King. I have all kinds of cool effects. There's a moon floating around me right now. You can see the behind the cut scene on Instagram. LinkedIn. If you're looking for a job right now, so many Americans have lost their jobs. So many people in the world have lost their jobs because of the pandemic. We want to leave you inspired. So stay with us for a few moments, and the art will inspire you, we hope. Also on YouTube, also on Twitch. We are everywhere. We're on the Periscope. This is my Periscope. Periscope. Down Periscope. Okay, so we're on Periscope. If you want to get on the show, we have a bit of a waiting list, but please hit me on Facebook or Instagram. We talk about it in consultation with Camilo and Sandra. We have a team trying to figure out who's the best to feature. We focus on all kinds of genres, so please reach out. All right, lastly, and most importantly, we get to present the amazing artist, the reason we're all here. So this artist is a band leader, composer, pianist, harpsichordist. This is our first harpsichordist that's been on the show. I mean, you don't get that. That is what makes the 60th anniversary so special. We have a harpsichordist. All right. He's an incredible artist, and he's in Spain. He's a virtuoso. He's very kind. He's very professional. He's detail-oriented. He's smart. He's charming. His left-handed technique is magnificent. So I could go on, and I will. The Latin Grammy-nominated artist, Hernán Milla. Welcome. Hola.
Hola. Hola,
¿Cómo
Gabriel.
está? ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien. Thank you so much for inviting me to this fantastic show. It's really a big pleasure to be here.
It was wonderful to have you. I'm a big fan of yours. Tell me first, where are you broadcasting from?
I'm broadcasting from Spain, as you said, from Ciudad Real, which is a small city about 200 kilometers from Madrid to the south. This is where I live and I work. Well, now, of course, during the quarantine period, I'm working from here, from this very, the same room as I'm broadcasting now. But I'm originally from Toledo, which is another city just in the middle of Spain.
What's your soccer team of preference, your football team of preference? Real Madrid?
Well, yes, I'm not so much into football now. I got bored a little bit. But yes, if I have to say, I am from Real Madrid.
Gotcha. What is a day like in the life of Hernán Milla in quarantine? Do you have a routine? Do you go for a daily walk? Are you composing? What's the day like for you?
Well, a daily walk could be nice, starting today, because today is the first day that we are allowed to go to have a walk or to have some sport. Before that, only children, already for 1 week, were allowed to go out, and of course to go shopping. So actually, I did a very good plan for my meals and all the food I had. And since the beginning of the quarantine period, I just had to go twice to shopping. So I'm really, organizing everything very well to take the quarantine period very serious. Today, my plan was to go in the morning. But then I thought, it's already two months without doing it. So I was afraid that I was gonna get too enthusiastic. It would be too much emotions for today. Already the broadcast is enough adrenaline.
Yes.
So after the show, I think I'm gonna walk.
Yes. And tell us, where were you going to go? How has this quarantine affected you? How has it affected your professional plans? And I know you're in Spain. I'm in Atlanta in the U.S. If you're watching at home, tell us where you're watching from. We want to know, because Hernan was probably going to be playing all kinds of places, and we want to show him the love. Like, for example, Barbara says, "Hi from the swamps of Louisiana." So you're going to be big. And
Barbara is a good friend. She was telling me she was going to watch it. Yes, from there.
Tell us where you're. Wow, tell us where you're going to go.
When today? You mean?
saying during the court, what got canceled? What gigs got canceled? What performances got
Wait.
canceled?
Well, we were supposed to be actually 1 week ago in Finland with my good friend and flutist Carlos Cano. We had a concert there, and I had also a teaching observation period in Sibelius Academy. Then we had a very nice concert with Libero string orchestra in the Netherlands. It was really a pity when we had to cancel that gig, because we had been working for a long time. It's a very nice project with some of the music that we recorded in the Por la Ribera de Paquito CD. We did also orchestral arrangement for the string orchestra, and also some of the pieces and some original compositions also. So it was a pity to cancel that, but we are still waiting when it should be rescheduled. So for the moment, these were the two most important things that are really sad that they got canceled. We had also some shows with our friend Aldo Mendez, which is a narrator, and with whom we have also many very nice projects in which he's telling stories, and Carlos and I improvise, like in the old cinema movies, but not mute, but with the voice of the narrator. So for us, it was a very nice game, and we were really enthusiastic about the spring. But okay, now we have to adjust to the new situation. It has affected me not only in the sense of cancellations, of course, but also in the way that for the late years I've been focusing a lot in chamber music work and writing arrangements and all this kind of stuff, and not so much on solo piano playing. So at some point I discovered that, hey, look, I have still this part of me that I can continue building up. So it was nice in this sense to get back to solo piano playing. It's also a way of connecting to oneself.
Yes. We would love to hear a performance. What would you like to begin with?
I think we can start with Sam Albeniz. These are pieces that I recorded in a CD that was published by Naxos, this one I have here. And it is very nice because usually the Albeniz that we usually know is the Albeniz from Iberia. And as Julio Samso says, Julio Samso is the grandson of Isaac Albeniz. He's a good friend of mine, and he always says, like, there is more Albeniz farther away than Iberia, and that's true. These pieces, he composed them in 1888, and by that time he was already known as a very good pianist, but started to have a career also as a composer. So it is nice because we are talking about Isaac Albeniz with 28 years old, and you see also already glimpses of the composer that it's going to be coming afterwards. So these are pieces like he wrote for his pupils, for his friends, and the pieces that I'm gonna perform now are compiled in a cycle called 12 piezas características, so 12 character pieces. All of them are very different in the atmosphere and also the character, of course. The first one is called, the first one that I'm gonna perform now is Minueto a Silvia. Then the second one will be Plegaria, which is prayer, and I think in this special period we are living, I think it is very clear towards it, the meaning of this prayer. And the third one is Torre Bermeja, which is more like the Spanish Albeniz sounds, recalling the guitar and the cantaor that we already have in mind.
Should I? Can we clap between the three, or are you going to go 1, 2, 3 in a row?
Just do whatever.
Okay, sounds good. I never know in the classical shows whether to clap or not, and usually I'm the only one giving the standing.
If I will be in a live concert, yes, I would prefer to do the whole cycle. In here, well, I can.
Why don't you do the whole cycle?
Yes, let's do the whole cycle. Yes. Okay, I'll take my headphones out. So, just one thing to see what I mean. The beginning of this piece. It's very gentle, very kind. You don't find this Albeniz flavor, but there's a little glimpse in the middle. If you are carefully listening, you will get it. You see this Frisian. So this is the bending
Yeah.
that we all know, but it is just a little glimpse of it. Okay, let's do it.
Hernán Milla, everyone. Todos la gente. Aplausos, por favor. Aplausos, por favor. Necesitas agua ahora. Muy calor. Wow.
Hace calor, hace calor.
Sí, sí. That was wonderful. Look at all the
Thank
love
you.
you're getting in Oakland, California, in the house. Oakland, California. Tell us where you're watching from. Patricia, give you an order. Bravo.
Ah,
That's
that's from
right.
Spain, that's
See,
from
see.
Mexico.
Maxine. We have Twitters in the house. Watching from Colombia. Watching
Ah,
from Los
Colombia too.
Angeles.
Okay, the US
From New
also.
York.
Wow, it's so
If
overwhelming to have so many
if you do
known
it,
people and also not so known people.
yeah. If you do it on the screen, I will do it. We got some of this. We got some of this. Give me some more emojis for my man Hernan. We want some more emojis. Allison has the Simpson hands. Simpson hands. Dude, that was beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. This is
That was
really
beautiful.
exciting, actually.
I can't hear you because the applause. Yeah.
I see some pupils also in the audience. That's very nice. Wow, it's really overwhelming. Really, really, really.
Watching in London.
I never thought you could feel like this sitting in your home, you know? This is the wonderful thing about quarantine to open your house to the world.
See that? I'm a
Really,
strong
really nice.
believer that artists should get applause at least once a day. So if
It,
you ever
it
if you ever
helps.
need me or not, you can call me and I'll just clap for you.
It really helps. You know, now it's so overwhelming to see all these people. Many that I know, many are people that I really love. Many are new audience. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's funny, as I was telling you, Kabir, before the connection, that now we are all locked down and we are so connected. Even though I'm alone for 2 months here in just some walls, but I feel really really connected to people and also to myself. It's interesting that.
100%, 100%. I want everyone to learn about your new project that you recently are putting out. Tell us about the new one and the title of it and the conception behind it.
Well, I think you are meaning the DVD that I was telling you, right? Well,
Yes.
this is a DVD called Sonidos que Cuentan. You can see it here, and it has also an CD, like only the audio version. But we wanted to have it in a DVD with a picture also because this is a very nice game. I cannot mm, call it, but because it's really a game. It started as a friends, as an inner circle of friends thing during the party. We started to do this game that our friend Aldo is narrating the stories, and Carlos and I are improvising, following him. And at some point we decided to do it also in the stage, not only in the in the sitting room with the friends. And people liked it, and we really had fun. It's for me, it's kind of chamber music with a narrator in a way. If you say it's a very not very typical combination of instruments, but it feels so nice, and also it's a very intimate connection because we are just the three of us in the stage. No, nothing, no big deal, just the music and the voice. And it's really very 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 special experience also for the audience. So many people were asking us like, hey, do you have a recording of this that we just saw? And we always thought that it's improvising. So sometimes when you record improvising, it doesn't work so well because you don't have the energy of the moment. But so we decided to do it this recording, but with the audience, so as a live recording, and that worked. I think we have a very nice DVD. Hopefully, it makes it to the Latin Grammys. The pity is, well, it has also music. It's not only the stories; it has also music. And the pity is that in the Latin Grammys they don't have this voice speaking category as in the Naras you have, I think, right? So it's a pity that for the moment there are no such category, but we'll see. Maybe if there are more works like this in Spanish language, maybe at some point we could have a category also. But anyway, we are trying to make it as a children product, because as you
Wonderful.
see, you can see
Yes.
in the pictures that it's meant for children, also
Right.
for grown-up children too.
All ages. If you have a question for Hernan, please drop a comment. No question is off limits. We have Rosa talking about your T-shirt, Preciosa Camiseta.
Because this is a
what T-shirt
present
is
from
that?
her.
Tell us about the T-shirt. What is this T-shirt?
This is the nice T-shirt that Rosa gave me as a present. So that's why.
What's
she
on
likes
it? What's on it? I see a
Well,
skull.
it's a kind of Van Gogh, inspiration, but it has also Queen lyrics, Queen song lyrics. And
Very
I'm
nice.
big fan of Queen too. So
Isaac wants to know, what was it like working with Paquito de Rivera?
well, it was such a privilege, and this was a dream that came true. We started to perform his repertoire, Carlos and I, and at some point we had 2-3 pieces, and we started to think about doing a CD recording with all his music, at least for flute and piano, or also transcriptions that we adapted and some arrangements. And so we started to work, and we published Vals Venezolano, one of the pieces, on Facebook. And I was so surprised that once Paquito himself commented there on the link and said like, "Hey, this vals cannot be performed in a better way." And I was, "Oh my God, is it really what I read?" So he said already in the comment like, "Hey, I want to participate in this CD." And I was, he's joking, of course, because he's always joking. But no, he was really meaning it. So we started this collaboration with him, and we had him featuring in 2 of the themes. The first one, which is an arrangement that Carlos did on the Mambo Influenciado by Chucho Valdés, a crazy arrangement that Carlos set there inside the piece, a fugue, a Baroque fugue with the Mambo Influenciado theme. Imagine, it's crazy. And then the last piece, which is an arrangement that I did from the very beautiful standard that he has called Brussels in the Rain. So it was a big pleasure to have him here. Also, we have the privilege to do the CD premiere in New York with him. And also, we had a little tour in Spain already 1 year and a half ago in Toledo, Madrid, and Ciudad Real. So it was really a nice experience, and it's amazing. The greater an artist is, I think it's easier to work with him, and he's so kind of a natural approach to music, and also a friendly man. He's all the time listening to what you are doing. If you do something nice, he will tell you, "Hey, what do you do there?" And I say, "Okay, Paquito Rivera told me that." I mean, it's really as a person also fantastic.
It is a beautiful album. I listened to it earlier today, and for everyone, please go check out this album. It's one of the most beautiful things I've heard in recent memory. And I want everyone to go to hernanmilla.com and check out his updates there. Subscribe to his channel on Spotify. He's putting out just music at the highest level, and we all need to listen and support. I'm just excited just to hear all your new music. Please tell me about Veleta Roja. What is that?
Veleta Roja it's very difficult to define. It's like trying to define jazz. you can't define it, but you know what it is when you see it, you recognize it. So Veleta Roja, basically it's a group of friends and artists and also educators that go together by chance, completely by chance, and started already working on a first project which was called Donde Nace la Luz. That was a solidarity project also to help a non-profit organization here. And we were starting to put music to the lyrics of Aldo Mendez, this Cuban poet that I was telling you about now. So the experience was very motivating, and we decided to continue. So we continued doing this kind of projects involving many friends, many different styles of music. You couldn't define like, is it classical? No, it's not classical, but of course you hear classical background. Is it folk music? No, but we do like folk instruments or folk music. So we have lots of instruments from many different continents. In the last project, the one which was nominated for the Latin Grammys, who is Canciones y Palabras, we had instruments from I think all the continents in the world. So we have this kind of variety, a chaos variety that somehow works for us. And we also do education projects like courses and teaching materials. We had also recorded a CD with Spanish music for flute and piano, with also some play-alongs.
I love this project. It's music for children is beautiful. I actually write children's books with my mother, and when I told her that you were going to be on the show, she was so excited. And on the 60th anniversary, I want to bring in a special guest. My mom wants to say hello to you. Come say hello to Hernan. Come say hello to Hernan. Look over here.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
We love your music.
Love
Pleased
it.
to meet you.
Yes.
Pleased to meet you.
Wonderful thing you're doing for our children.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You know,
See, no one gets the love from my mom, so you're the special guest gets the mom treatment. So thanks for making wonderful music for children.
Well, moms are so important.
Yes.
Moms are so important all the time. And now also for an artist, I think it's crucial the help that you can get from a mom or your parents even. I mean, I always say my parents are really big fans of me, but also they help me really a lot in all the things, because you have so many things to take care about.
Yeah.
But it really
but it's important, getting music for children and what you're doing. You're increasing the musical literacy and doing it with such beauty and elegance. So I really appreciate your mastery of what you're putting out. So
I think there is a need of creating good music for children, and when I say good, I say also like not just electronical background with some kind of funny games and that's it. I think we underestimate the power of children and also the musical understanding of children. So when we do these things, sometimes they don't really sound as children music at all, but they do like, and they do learn things and they get things. It's not only for entertainment or not, like you get Coca-Cola or you get something to drink or sugar. No, I think music has the power of developing many things in the persons.
Amen.
So we should take care of them.
Exactly. We love to hear some more music. What would you like to play next?
I have a piece there, which is very special for me because it comes from Finland, and Finland has a strong role in my life. And also it's a piece that I've always told my students to play, but I never played it. So I love it very much, and it's called the Spruce, Kuusi in Finnish, el abeto in Spanish, and it's very nice. I like it, and I did a pair with another piece by Claude Debussy, which is called Bruyères, the Brezos in Spanish, and I think they are both pieces that has to do with trees. They are composed almost in the same years, and I think they have kind of a good mix together.
Vamos. Yes. So good. That was awesome. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
You know, I really like.
I want everyone, we're going to find out what you really like. I think you really like applause. Hernán loves applause, so let's give him some love around the world. Let's give him some love. Maxime.
Oh, somebody
Rios.
watching from Argentina.
If you put it up on the screen, we will do it. Got some of this going on. Got some muscle flexes.
Thank you.
With
Thank
this.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. It really feels like really like a real concert, much more, I would say even.
I think people want to see you bow, man. They want to see you bow.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for being there.
Very nice
Thank you so
bowing
much.
technique. Very nice bowing technique.
Thank you so much.
Look at all these love. We got all kinds of love from my man Hernán.
Thank you so much. Well, Kabir, shouldn't we sing the happy birthday song to the quarantine series or what?
We'll do that. We'll do that on the 100th.
Okay.
That was so
Well,
beautiful. You have such a great touch, and
Thank you
I
very
could hear
much.
you. I mean, I think Shambu, who is in New York, he said, "What a wonderful music for a sort of a Saturday afternoon." I know it's later there, but this is a great. You've made a wonderful day even better by listening to your music. So thanks
Thank you.
for joining us. Everyone watching at home, remember what the word of the day was. If you can tell us what the word of the day is, we'll put you up on the screen. Just drop a comment. If you're watching at the beginning, there's a pop quiz. What's the word of the day? And Hernán, I just want everyone to go to his website, hernanmilla.com. Also, check out his music, check out his Spotify. He has a new project out, which he's told us about. Listen to his last project. I especially recommend the one with Paquito, as mentioned. And hopefully when this quarantine is lifted, you'll come back and play in New York so we can see you in person.
Hopefully. We don't really know how the world is gonna look like after this quarantine, but we do definitely know that it has to be with music. That we know.
Absolutely. All right. So that is our show today. See, we were so excited for our 60th anniversary. We moved the show up an entire hour so we could feature the great Hernán. And then tonight, let me tell you about tonight. We have a wonderful show planned, 10 p.m. Eastern. Greer Baxter, you're going to love her music. She's an incredible singer-songwriter, and she's writing some of the best pop songs I've heard in the ages. So you'll be hearing her tonight. And then tomorrow we have Helen Sung, the wonderful jazz pianist, Helen Sung. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, we have Terry Barber, a countertenor. So we're going to be doing opera. So tonight we have pop. So we just had classical. We have pop tonight. Tomorrow afternoon we have jazz, and then we have opera. So we have everything covered. I also want to give a shout out to our sound and tech crew, Sandra and Camilo. Check out their website, soundworksrecording.com. They are the ones who have been with me on this journey. Could not do the show without them. Or if I did, it'd be very poor sounding. And so they are the ones that are involved in the sound checks. They're the ones that help the musicians. And yet the sound is 100% in the artist's hands, right? So they don't have any buttons to press. So they're doing the best they can with the situation. So if you're an engineer or if you're an artist that needs any kind of music services, please reach out to Sandra and Camila, and they will hook you up. I mean, they will hook you up like none other with some great music, great sound, very, very kind people, hygienic, very, very friendly. I haven't actually met them in a long time, but I'm sure they smell good in person. So check out their studio. Mention their dogs, Oreo or Maui. You'll get a discount, 2 woofs for that. And that's it for the Quarantine Concert Series today. See you tonight. Everyone have a wonderful afternoon. Stay well and stay home.